Thank you so much for joining us. This is a recorded interview of Delight Morning Live with my guest, Mr. Crispin Chiinda, the 2021 Munali constituency parliamentary aspirant. My name is Senya Puri. Good morning.
Good morning to you, and good morning to the viewers.
Wow, it's good to have you on the program.
It's always good to be here. I'm happy.
I think to start with, how is 2020 so far?
Well, so far, while we cannot determine, we're just trying to continue from the 2019, 2020. I think by the time we get to February, I think that's when we'll be able to start feeling the 2020. For now, we still have the feeling of the 2019, but realizing that we are no longer in 2019, we are now in 2020. So we have, so far, I think we are putting up programs very well, and we're hopeful that 2020 will be as successful as 2019 was.
Wow. Yeah. Talking of programs that you're putting up, tell us about some of the community engagements that you are involved in.
Yeah, so in 2019, we've been involved in many community programs. The reason is that the leadership, the way we're taking politics, or the way I'm taking politics, is that it's a selfless job. It's a job need to be involved with the community. The community is needing a lot of inspiration from the leaders. So we need to be finding solutions for what the challenges that our people are going through in the communities. Hence, us saying that our leadership is community-based, so that we can participate with the community for many of these projects, community projects that will benefit our people in the community. So we've been involved in the community projects involving building of churches. Karikiriki Parish is doing multi-purpose hall with some classroom blocks. We are also part of it. We've contributed some building materials there. UCZ in Chamba Valley, they're also doing a bigger church in Minwood, Kwamwena side. I've also contributed some building materials. Charleston Parish is also putting up a bigger church. We're also part of the same building. Kamanga Parish is also doing the church in Obama, an outstation church. We are also part of it. We've been involved in from the inception until where it is now. We've been involved in doing that. The reason is that you see the members of the church that are contributing in the building of these churches are also members of the community where we're coming from. So this is why we want to be part of that same project, because it's the same community that we are doing that. So in terms of schools, the Kapiromba Primary School, as a community, we are putting up, together with the PTA, we are putting up a 1x3 classroom block, and I've contributed also building materials, that is about cement of 20 bags, and also 1,000 blocks. For that one, I've taken it personal, so I'll be checking in it on the progress of the building, so that if any short of some materials, we need to contribute, because apparently, according to the report that was given to us as a community, is that per desk, pupils are supposed to be sitting 3-3, but they are sitting 5-5, which means there's not much concentration amongst our pupils, our children. And if we need to nurture, if we need to promote education, we need to promote it at the infant. So we need to at least to create a good environment for our pupils. So I'm hoping and I'm hopeful that maybe by June or July we should be able to complete the 1x3 classroom block that we're doing from there. Again, there are also some youth activities, some youth groups that are doing these activities. Also at Kamanga Parish, whenever the youths have a program, I'm also involved in that same program, just to promote it, and also try to promote family values and principles. You know that nowadays on Facebook. Anyone can go on Facebook and shout at any leader without any regard. So we need to start it from the church, because the church is promoting family values and principles, and also the church promotes peace among ourselves. So we need to live as one Zambia, one nation, and even the politics that we are doing, because the politics it seems like it's the one that divides people. So for me, the approach I've taken is that I've taken the one Zambia, one nation, and trying to promote togetherness amongst our people in the communities. And this is the reason why on any platform I don't talk about any political party which I belong to, because I want to be supported by the community itself. And so we have organized games amongst our young people also in social football, in social places. We've partnered with the Zambia Police in Kalikiriki, because we have fluffies, young people calling themselves fluffies, attacking people, breadwinners of the families. So we organized a game, a football tournament, because apparently the most common game that our communities enjoy so much is football. So we organized a football tournament at Kalikiriki ground. There were a lot of people. I'm sure if you also social media personnel, you'll be able to see the pictures when you look through on our pages. You'll be able to see that there were a lot of our people there. We also had a meeting with our mothers in Mutendere East. Apparently, when there's a challenge, our mothers are always coming out to say Boma Yanganepo. But we wanted to give them something different. We said every time it's Boma Yanganepo, but what is it that we are also Yanganapo on many other things that we can handle ourselves in the community? So I asked them to prepare for some food. They prepared that food. We also invited them on TV to cover it live on News on the Go. And it was live. It was just a moment, because our mothers, they really responded affirmatively. They came there, prepared food, we ate together. But all in all, what we were trying to promote is togetherness. That's number one. Two, we're trying to promote also the family values and principles, so that our women, they are united, and also our women are the custodians of these homes that we come from. So we also talked about how garbage is supposed to be paid for, and that they should not throw garbage anyhow. They should not wait for rain season, so that when they see the water is flowing, when they pour the garbage there, then it starts flowing with the water. So that they say, no, it's the water, the rainwater that has brought the garbage. But there's a challenge, and for me, from now on, I'll keep on appealing to Lusaka City Council that I think we need, because we cannot cope with the population now. So I think you can even carry this on your news, that I'm making an appeal to government, particularly local government, that they should detach the waste management from the Lusaka City Council, so that it becomes an independent company. As it is now, it's a challenge to cope with the population. Everyone produces garbage, even a child who's born today, because you need to change diapers, and that diaper, when you change it, it's garbage on its own. It has to be thrown away. So the population has grown now. We're about 18 million people, and all of us are producing garbage. So can it be handled by the local authority? But I'm proposing that it should be an independent company. When we were growing up, we were told that we only knew this water that were running out of our taps, that is Lusaka water, the council water, So, but it was detached from the council, and it's an independent company. So the services that is being provided is being checked independently, that it's water storage company. I was also told, history has also showed us that ZESCO was part of Lusaka City Council, or was part of the council. It was a department dealing with that, but it was detached from there, and the independent company was created. And today they're handling this electricity countrywide. So I think even waste management, it has potential, we can have a dedicated company just looking up to it. The CBE, these that are collecting these, they need a little bit of supervision. I think that company can continue that independent company, but that company can have its own supervisors or inspectors that can go out there to go and inspect and ensure that each household, they have a receipt that they are paying for a subscription to garbage collection. Then that way I think we can get rid of this garbage that is being thrown anyhow on the road or elsewhere. You know, you saw the pictures last week in Freedom Way. I think it's not impressing that our town business center should be looking as dirty as it was. The garbage was piling and it was uncollected, and we're in rain season, so we don't want again what happened in it should be 2016 or 2017 when cholera broke out. So I think this should be looked at seriously. So I am making an appeal to government to consider this one, and if something is already in the pipeline, let it be quicken up so that the company is established quickly, and then we start seeing the company operating. They can just buy machinery, because I know that company will have to handle these services countrywide. So that is the appeal that I'm making.
Wow. Yeah. And now, what plans do you have for the people of Munali?
Yeah, so the plan that I have now for 2020 is that we want to continue interacting more with the people in the community. But this time around, it won't be like mostly in the meetings, but we'll be going door to door. By the time we get to December, I think we would have covered many households. If we are doing a meeting, it will mean it's a community meeting where we have maybe we can count maybe 20 households, so that we sit together and we discuss the challenges that they are going through. I have grown up in the community, so I know how to talk with our mothers and my brothers in the community. So we need to enhance that leadership in the community so that our people are aware of what we want to do. Our people are supporting us on what we want to do, and many of these solutions lies with our people in the community. And this is why, well, it's an advantage having grown up in the community of Komboni. You know the challenges that are there in the compound. So sikufunika na muntu kukuza kuti Chris apatifunika chana but is to sit down with the people in the community and try to find the solution on what we should be, how we can handle the same problems. Yeah, so.
Wow. And what is your comment over the recent demolition of legal structures on Munali High School?
Well, my comment there is that first thing first, we should not wait until someone builds and then we go and demolish. It shouldn't be like that. Of course, I condemn that we should not encroach on pieces of land that is meant for other people, for other uses, or particularly the land that it belongs to the schools. We should not encroach on that. Even those people that have a tendency, or when they see a slight bush and then they just invade on it and start doing that, when I condemn it, that we shouldn't do things like that. Secondly, I also want to condemn that this is not the approach that we should be taking. Particularly when you see someone has built, has even put it's almost complete, and then you go there, you start demolishing. It has to be a win-win situation. When you see someone is building, I mean, a building is not one day thing. It will take a year. It will take maybe 6 months. So when you see structures are coming up, it's better you address the situation before it escalates. You see, what we have is that when there's a problem, and then a problem, you don't attend to a problem, you tolerate to attend to a problem will grow bigger, and the problem will become bigger than ourselves. So it will take now the whole community or the entire country now to start looking at that same problem. So my comment is that I think we have to practice a win-win situation, not where someone has built. Where were you at the time they were building? So it should have gone there to collect the situation. So going forward, I wouldn't want to see that any house is being demolished and also people seeing people also building even on the road reserves. Let us abide by the law. You cannot just find a bare land and start building. There are laws in this country, so for those that want to build, they should check themselves. Even the authorities themselves, when they see that there are some structures that are coming up, before it goes anywhere else, you need to pounce and correct the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for having come through. It has been just an honor to have you on the interview.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, viewers, I believe you're really having a wonderful time watching Delight Morning Live. Just now, we go on a break. On the other side, more programs still coming through.